talk now. This MMA, what we talking about? Yeah, you tuned into the pod now. Gonna be hard for you to stop now. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in.
Welcome back to another episode of Caged In. I'm your host, Chris DiCarlo. Today we got a very special guest making his return to the show. It's my man, Shameless Don Shainis. How we doing today, brother?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I see you are in the middle of fight week. You are currently on the treadmill. Got a big fight coming
Yeah.
up, Combat FC 6 Friday night, where you're taking on Damian Nelson at a catch weight of 150 pounds. I appreciate you, taking the time. As I can see, like I said, you're in the middle of getting that hard work in. So I appreciate you just, hopping on the call and getting some questions in with me, man.
No problem, man. It's smooth sailing from here on out. All the hard work is done. It's done. It's just hurry up, wait, make weight, and wait again, fight. So that's fight week for you.
Yes, sir. It's always a crazy time, man. You never know what's going to happen during fight week, and you've had a little bit of excitement in your fight week already. Before we start talking about opponent changes and breaking down this fight, let's talk about your training camp a little bit. I know you were out over in Las Vegas at Syndicate. How long were you in Vegas for, and then how was training camp for you this time out?
It was great. I got there like first, second week of December, and I've been there the whole time. I flew back. I got back, I think, what's today's date?
Today is the 6th.
Yeah, I think I got back like the first. Got back the first, so I've been home for not even a week and acclimated to the time zone because it's a slight change, but it still fits your body.
Mm-hmm.
Then acclimating to all the bullshit factors that happen in fight camp. So it is what it is.
For sure, man. I know in the past you have teased a full-time move out to Vegas. Is that something that you're kind of looking for or planning in 2024?
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing me a lot more of me out there. I don't know if I'm gonna live out there. Uh, but I'm definitely spending majority of my time out there.
Nice, man. And while you were out there in Vegas at Syndicate, who were some of your main training partners? Who were you getting the most work in with consistently over there?
Oh, dude, there's a bunch of guys out there. So a couple guys in the UFC that I've been working with a lot was like Darius Flowers, worked with him a ton, worked with Marab a ton. Brandon Marat came out there, so I think he's making the transition to Syndicate. And then like guys up on the UFC that are just fucking so good. Like Brandon Jenkins, dude. He's really helped me with my striking. And then guys that are gonna be in the UFC, Cody Steele. Dude, I got a room full of fucking top prospects or guys already in, and I'm looking to get my way back in.
For
Vince
sure.
Morales, dude.
Hmm.
Dude, there's a whole room of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, that gym has been known to just have killers in there 24/7, whether guys that are trained there full time or come in for fight camps. I know that the room is always full of studs. And the fact that you were able to spend so much time out there, I'm sure that's only going to make you sharper and make you better, not only for this fight camp, but for fight camps in the future as well. So I'm very excited to see you put all those tools together
Yeah.
and come in Friday night.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it. I think the main difference is I'm starting to find my happiness again, and I'm starting to find my flow, and like that's kind of like where I'm at right now. Like I'm starting to get in my groove again and feel myself again, and just being me again.
Yeah, man, I love to hear that, man. When you come home to New England, because eventually, you come back here to obviously fight Friday, and this is your home. What gym do you call home base currently? And then who are we gonna see in your corner Friday night at the fights?
So my head coach from back home forever, Eric Grossman, he's going to be in my corner,
Mhm.
as well as Chris Brennick. He's my massage guy. He's my mental coach, my fight preparation guy. And then Zach Cyril is going to help me cut weight, so you're going to see him too.
Nice, man. Star-studded corner as always. Let's get
Damn
into the
right.
fight. Let's get into fight night, man. Combat FC 6, you are taking on Damian Nelson, who is 4-4. Your original opponent, Nate Ghareeb, that you're supposed to fight for the title, is off the card. But looking
Yeah.
back on that one, man, how excited were you for that fight originally when it was booked? I know that was a big one in New England. Everybody was looking forward to it, man. How excited were you for that one when you originally got it booked?
Yo, that fight was going to be such a fucking banger. That was going to be a 5-round war, but like, this is no surprise to me. One, with so many factors playing into what's coming up with not only for Combat FC but the UFC, and like, dude, there's so many different things going on. He pulled out. It is what it is. I'm not like upset with him. It obviously sucks. But that could have been a prelim to any UFC fight on any card ever. Maybe it'll happen in the future. Maybe it won't. I ain't mad at the fucking guy, but it is what it is. So I'm just happy to be able to go out there and have an opponent. And dude, that's a fight game too. Like, people forget, like, you got to be ready to adapt on the fly, and whoever adapts the best wins.
Mm-hmm. 100%, man. And when did you find out that Nate wasn't going to be fighting? And then how long after that did they get you another opponent?
I think, like, I found out, what day is today? Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think I found out like Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. And then how long after that
So
did they get your opponent? Was it pretty quick or?
no, dude, they're like, I sold 15 grand worth of tickets, and like, I just broke the 15K mark, and I didn't have an opponent for a day, so I like stopped selling tickets for a day and a half because I'm like, dude, like, no one's accepting. Like, they're finding me like these crazy matchups with guys at the wrong weight class, and finally we found a 45er to meet at 50 because I was ready to make 45, but he was already supposed to fight. He was scheduled to make 50, so we got someone, and I'm happy.
There you go. And I know, like, once an opponent, once you lose an opponent, there's obviously like a bunch of negotiations behind the scenes. Was there ever
Oh, dude,
was there ever a scenario where this title was still on the line, or did that kind of go away immediately?
dude, I wanted the title. We were trying to make it happen, but with title fights, it's one of those things, 3 versus 5 rounds, and if you're not preparing for 5, it's hard to ask a guy to fight an extra 10 minutes. And like, that's the thing. It's like, with Fight Pass, they hold a standard where each title fight has to go 5 minute rounds, or at least be scheduled for it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not preparing for that, it's a tall task to ask. So I was just happy to get a guy. Don't get me wrong, that gold belongs around my belt, but it is what it is.
For sure, man. Let's talk about your eventual opponent, Damian Nelson. As I mentioned, he is 4-4. He's fought some really tough guys in his pro career, as have you.
Yeah,
I think he is better than his record lets on.
of course,
What
of
what
course.
what do you know about him, and then how do you feel about his game?
I think mindset wise, like, he's pretty sound. He trains out of Law MMA, which is Sarah Longo.
Hmm.
So he's training with top notch guys. I see some of those guys over at the PI anyways. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, on the East Coast, it's one of the better gyms. They got guys constantly on the rise, and he's no stranger to tall tasks. Not that I'm very tall, but I'm a task. So, it's he's definitely going to be way better than his record. I think he's long. I think he's primarily a boxer, but he does it all. So I'm excited to get in there and mix it up.
For sure, man. And I know you've had a shortened period of time to get ready for a new opponent. Have you made any specific changes in your game plan? Maybe something that you were preparing for Nate that might not work for Damian or vice versa?
Well, I was fucking preparing to check all these goddamn calf kicks, and I don't think that that's going to be too prevalent. Like, it might happen, but no, I think their styles aren't similar at all. I think with Nate, you're dealing with more of a kickboxer, Muay Thai guy, and a lot more elbows, a lot more knees, where Damian's more of a boxer, kickboxer, where he's primarily boxing heavy. He'll throw kicks, but it's not like kick, 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 kick.
Hmm. Right. And I know you mentioned it earlier, man, about the amount of tickets that you have been selling. And I've known you from around the regional scene for a while, and you are a wizard at selling tickets. Are we going to see a lot of, Shameless Nation in the building on Friday night?
No, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it is. It's not wizardry. It's fucking hustling.
Hmm.
Because I'll tell you what, dude. It is not easy to be doing what I'm doing. You think everyone by now would know to not wait till last minute? People are still hitting me up right now
Oh, I'm sure.
about grabbing tickets. It's a pain in the fucking ass. I try and get everyone ahead of the curve and get them early, but no one wants to give you money. So I legitimately hit up every single person I know, every contact in my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, fucking my my call log. You know, I hit up everyone. Everyone's getting personal messages like, dude, I want you there. Come have fun with me. Come see what I do. Come live in the moment with me and come fucking have fun afterwards.
For sure, man. I know you are, when it comes to that aspect of the game, I say that but to anybody that asks, because obviously I'm somewhat familiar with this regional scene now. I've been around for a
Yeah.
couple of years now, and I've known you to always just be like that guy when it comes to being able to move mass amounts of tickets. And I knew like the second I saw that you were on this card that realistically I'm going to see a lot of Shameless Nation t-shirts in there.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have time to make a new shirt. Like, I was driving out to Vegas when I got the fight news. So I was planning on going out to Vegas to start a training camp. No idea when I was going to fight. Wanted to kind of take my time. And we got Ghareeb, who who they were trying to match up, and I instantly said yes. He instantly said yes. So on the way to Vegas, like it took me 6, 7 days to get to Vegas from Mass. Stopped in KC for a few days, but like it was one of those things where like I was driving to Vegas as I accepted this fight before I could even start training for the fight. So I didn't have time to make my normal rounds, do my normal sponsors, make my shirts, finalize the logo. So I just kind of said fuck it, and yeah, man, like it's,
Is what it is, man. Now you can just kind of take all those ideas and just kind of roll them into the next one and just have a big launch
exactly
for the next merch run for
that's
sure.
exactly what I'm working on. I'm working on coming out with a new line of merch every quarter.
Mhm.
So every 3 or 4 months, something new, something fresh. Keep my sponsors happy, keep me happy, keep my fans something to wear that's it's not outdated, you know. So
Yeah, my red, white, and blue Shameless Nation shirt's getting pretty worn out, so I'm gonna need a new one pretty soon.
all right, well, I'm completely out for the time being, but we'll get something new.
No, I got you, man. No worries. What can the fans at Shriners Auditorium expect from Shameless Don Shainis once those cage doors lock on Friday night, my man?
You're gonna see the same old me that you've seen time and time again, you know. It's gonna be nice to be almost home, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'm never in Wilmington, but we're so close to home that you know it's nice. It's gonna be a coming home party.
For sure, man. Speaking of coming home parties, I saw, Saturday, Sunday, you're gonna be over at the old stomping grounds at Main Street Sports
Damn
for a
right,
little
damn right.
after party, man. What can we
Yeah,
expect there from you, man?
dude, who knows? Depends on how the fight goes. Depends on how I feel. Obviously, I'm expecting to go in there, and I don't think this is gonna be an easy fight at all. But I'm expecting to win. No idea how I'm gonna feel afterwards, but you might see me have a cocktail or two, share a couple laughs, some smiles with some people that I haven't seen in a minute. Some people that could make it to the fight that didn't get to link up at the fight. Some people that couldn't make it to the fight that could link up the next day. I think it's going to be great.
For
You
sure,
gonna
man.
come,
Hey, man, I might be there Saturday. I might see you pull up.
dude?
Also,
It's gonna get weird.
Shane Doherty DJ's over there too, right?
Yeah, I think Shane Doherty, Richie Santiago, Manny used to work. Manny works there, so
Yeah. Should be
yeah,
some,
I know.
should be a good time, man.
Yeah, I know all the cats over there.
Of course you do. I've noticed one of your sponsors is, Sinners and Saints Collective, which is a tattoo
Oh
shop.
hell yes,
A
hell
tattoo
yes.
shop in Hanson, Mass, man. And every time I see you, you're popping out with new artwork. I think last time I saw you was in November. The time before that, you were fighting at Cage Titans. And every time I've seen you, you've got some new artwork to add. So how's the arm looking now, man? And what do you got planned
Oh,
for
dude,
the next ones?
it's looking pretty good. I actually spoke to her today. She's gonna be going to my fight. I think the last one was a T-Rex,
Hmm.
and then we did a lot of detail on my forearm. But what I think we're gonna do is just like do all the shading and I don't know, maybe like clean this up to here. So
Mm.
we'll finish this whole part of the sleeve next
Yeah,
session,
you got a
which is on
hard
the 12th.
you got to hard cap it like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that what
See?
it's called? Hard capping it?
Yeah, I mean that's what I call it. I don't know if that's an official term, but you can take it if you want.
Yeah. I was actually also thinking about doing something to like not quite go on my neck, but like maybe kiss my neck. So
Hmm.
depending on what shirt I'm wearing, you might be able to pop it through.
For sure, man.
We'll
That'd be
see.
sick. Hey, man, I'm
We'll see how
expecting.
bad I want to piss off my mom, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming like next time that I see you, obviously not on Friday at the fights, but I'm sure next time I see you, you'll have some new ink added to the arm. Speaking on the rest of the year, man, this is going to be your first fight of 2024. What are your goals for the rest of the year? Maybe, you know, fighting wise or personal wise, do you have any goals set for 2024 that you'd like to accomplish?
Yeah, I want to get set my foundation in Vegas. I kind of have like a home base right now. I'd like to get some work out there. I'd like to clear my one goal. Well, I got one goal that I live by every day. That's simply don't die.
Yeah.
But I think my real like personal goal is to clear myself of all my debt. I created a lot of debt, fucking doing what I had to do in the sport and making a ton of sacrifices. And it's been a little bit overwhelming and stressful. And not that I've been up more than I could chew, but I really want to take care of that. And this fight's really going to help me put a dent in that.
Nice.
It's not going to clear me out of debt completely, but I just want to like get some financial breathing room to, you know, explore some different avenues of making some money.
There you go, man. You do call yourself the entrepreneur, so I'm sure you got plenty of things up your sleeve, my man. Always looking forward to see what you have coming next, because, like I said, man, you're good at the stuff that you do, man. So I always like to keep tabs on you and see what you're up to.
Appreciate it, man, dude. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm excited. It's fucking right here.
Yeah, man. Let's get it.
Right here. It's so close I can taste it.
Hey, man, I'm going to let you go, let you get back to putting in that work on the treadmill. What do you have that thing set to, by the way? What's the incline at?
Incline's at 18%, and I'm not going too hard. I'm only going at 3 miles an hour.
There we go. Getting some last minute work in to cap off your fight week, man. Best of luck on the rest of the week. Good luck shedding that weight. Anything else that you want to say to the people before I let you get out of here?
Nah, thank you so much for having me on and giving me your platform to shoot my shit.
Of course, man. You know, my doors are always open anytime. Don, I will see you Friday, my man. Best of luck, and you know, have fun at the after party. Hopefully, I'll let you know if I'm coming through.
Let me know. Let me know.
I got you, man. Have a good rest of your night.
Peace.
Got down for the count and he can't even talk now. This MMA, what we talking about? Yeah, you tuned into the pod now. Gonna be hard for you to stop now. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in.